Spartans, welcome to Tyrant's Halo Infinite Legendary Walkthrough. No saves and no deaths. Alright, first mission that we're gonna conquer is Warship... What does that even say?
I think it's... I'm not sure.
Okay, this is the first mission? How are you gonna do me like that?
It's not on purpose. That's what they have in there. That's the title.
Is it even a real thing?
Yes, it's a warship in the Halo universe.
No, I don't believe you. Okay, so how about Bigfoot?
No, that's not... No.
Sasquatch?
That's not a thing either.
Hey, Scarlet! What is that Mexican lizard that, like, eats all the goats?
The chupacabra?
Yeah, the chupa thingy. Chupa thingy. I like it. Has a ring to it.
What is up, everybody? It is the Tyrant here, and welcome to my Halo Infinite Legendary Walkthrough 1.0. This is with the Scorpion gun. Obviously, that won't happen until later because it's not in the first two missions. But my gosh, it is so good to be back. Welcome to the very first mission of the game. And Chrissy's right on this one. I cannot believe this. I can't pronounce even the first word, or second word technically, but it's Mission 1 Warship. I'm going to take a stab at this. G'Braaken. And so obviously we're doing no saves and no deaths. And I'm going to show you to conquer this thing so you can get that achievement, that badge. And I'm going to show you the easiest way possible to do this. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun. I hope you are able to get some nice tips for this. And are able to conquer your own legendary campaign as a result.
You work on the batteries. I'll buy us some time.
Alright, let's get started! Alright, so you first start off with an assault rifle and the sidekick, which is the pistol for this game. The first two rooms are fairly easy. I mean, fairly easy. They're simple as can be. They're just grunts in these two rooms, so very easy to take down. God, when that thing pops up, it always annoys the heck out of me. So you can mow these guys down pretty easily. There's only 3 of them here. Use the assault rifle, sidekick, whatever you want. They're not challenging. Even on Legendary, 1 melee is all it takes to kill a grunt. So you're in good shape. There are a few grunts in this room. Once you've taken down a couple of them, there are going to be reinforcements that arrive through the back door. And that's going to be it. If you start taking some hits, just back up a little bit. There's plenty of cover here. And go ahead, once you've taken out the grunts... Hold on, give me just a moment here. Let those shields and health recharge. There we go. So grab a mangler. It's going to be one of the most useful weapons in the game to you. You can grab a plasma pistol if you want to. I just kind of ditched the human weapons pretty early. The most useful weapons in the game are the mangler and the pulse carbine. You're going to face your first brute here, and it is a brute berserker. These guys are such a pain in the butt. Always annoy the heck out of me, but this guy is pretty easy. Just aim for the head with a mangler, and he can go down in as little as 2 shots. Even on Legendary. He is that easy. 3 shots this time, but you get the picture. Yeah. Take it. Take it. Bilbo Teabaggins. So, you can refill the mangler ammo here. There's going to be some grunts on the left and the right. I would highly recommend taking the enemies out because they can surround you pretty easily in Halo Infinite. It's definitely been... probably one of my biggest setbacks is just not being able to keep track of how many enemies are in the area. The fusion coils are very useful as well. There are plenty of them laying around, so you should be in good shape. You're going to have some brutes in this room. Whoops. I meant to grab the fusion coil. Hold on. We'll try this again. Take some cover. They've got manglers, so you should have plenty of ammo to refill on here. Always land headshots. And surprisingly, even on Legendary, brutes are very easy just to melee. If you can't grab a fusion coil and there's an enemy next to it, just shoot the fusion coil, and that'll help you out a ton too. The second best weapon that you can get in this game, actually the best in my opinion, Mangler's second best, is right here. It's the Pulse Carbine. And it is the best of all worlds here. It's a plasma weapon, so it does drain shields like the plasma pistol. It also, there's plenty of ammo for it, so that's even better. It gets headshots unlike any other plasma weapon in the entire Halo history of Halo campaigns, and also it tracks like the Needler. So it's going to be almost one of the most useful, well, it is the most useful weapon in the entire game, in my opinion. You're going to be able to take out most banished enemies with it. I highly recommend keeping it on you at all times. Mangler is going to be your secondary weapon. Mangler works great for unshielded enemies. So in this area, we just have jackals and a couple of brutes. You got a few fusion coils here that you can use. I think these are ones based off of, or ones that lower shields. I'm not familiar with all the different types of fusion coils, but essentially you can use these to severely weaken the banish. So we're just going to go ahead and take these guys out. When you start losing shields, just get into cover. There's plenty of it here. Don't bother with the Needler. I mean, it's okay, don't get me wrong, but really your go-to weapons for a lot of this are going to be the Mangler and the Pulse Carbine. Obviously, when we get the Scorpion gun, that's going to be one of our, what I like to call back pocket weapons. I'm going to try to use the Scorpion gun as little as I can on my Legendary 1.0 walkthrough, just in case some of you don't use the Scorpion gun. As I mentioned earlier in my introductory video, I held a poll on my community page on my YouTube channel, and 430 people responded. I asked, should I use the Scorpion gun? An overwhelming 81% said yes. So I am going to be using it from Mission 3 onward, but I'm going to try to use it as little as possible for those who are not using it, especially if you do end up losing it at some point in the game. So I want to help you out as best I can here. So in this room here, we have all grunts, and I think a couple of jackals. Yep, a couple of jackals too, or one jackal. Just toss some grenades. Usually throwing a grenade will typically send the grunts into a frenzy. They are absolutely terrified of the Master Chief. That is a complete win. Watch out, because you can get overcharged by one of the grunts. Just aim for the head with a Mangler. They will fall very quickly. And so we're going to go through here. There's one more room we have to worry about before we go through our shortcut in skipping the bridge room with all the brutes. And so we do have a few brutes here. We've got some grunts as well. You can use this side room here as cover. Just take your time. There's absolutely zero rush. You're going to want to clear out this room entirely so we can do the skip. The skip is extremely easy. Anyone can do it. We're just going to clear these guys out slow. I think all the brutes here have manglers, so that's all we need to worry about. If you need to refill, you can. Make note, this is the room with the assault rifle hologram. So the game suggests you go when the door's straight ahead right there. You see it, right? We're going to go to the right of the room instead. And this door is locked, but all you have to do is punch it a few times. And as soon as you do, the door glitches. Give me a second here. And you see it happening now. It's glitching. And in a second, it'll let me in. There we go. And the door is open. So doing this allows you to skip the bridge battle with all the brutes and having to disable the, I don't know, the power generators, whatever they are. And so you just basically take this route right here, run all the way down to the end of the corridor. You're going to take the door on the end on the right-hand side. Then you're going to take a left, and as soon as the lights come on and the grunts spawn, you want that is your trigger zone right there. So you want to turn back around immediately and head back. And so this is basically, you just skip the entire bridge encounter. This is where the ship starts getting destroyed. And so be very careful here. There are a lot of explosions. Yes, they can harm you. So just take it nice and slow, nice and easy. Take out any enemies along the way. Some of them are going to get killed by explosions. You're going to have to take out the rest of them. So take out the brutes here and the grunts as well. So this is what I'm going to say. Well, actually, the grunts took care of themselves. In the room off to the right, this is where there's a huge explosion, and there's a fusion coil there. Take out the fusion coil first, because otherwise, if you enter the corridor and it explodes, it'll come back and hit you right in the face, and it can kill you in one hit. So take that out first. Otherwise, this is the end of the mission for you, if you're trying to do no deaths like me. So head through here. You're going to have some, I guess, plasma or coolant on the bottom. Try to avoid that. It will harm you, but it won't be an instant kill. So even if you touch it, it's not that big of a deal. Sorry. So from here, this is where you have to jump across a bunch of, I want to say, carts or platforms. And this can be a little bit tricky because they do move around. Really, the last one is the only one you need to worry about. For most of these, you can just walk right across. You don't even need to use the grapple shot for most of them unless you slip. So just go ahead and walk right across them. I'm going to use it here. I could have gone inside the room and would have been just fine. But just walk right here. Just take this path. The only one is the last one that you need to worry about because it does drop. And so if you aren't quick enough, it'll drop too fast. And you can basically fall, which you don't want. You obviously do not want. So that last one is right up ahead. And it's on the left, and it's going to start to fall now. So get on top of there as soon as you can. Do not waste any time. Get inside, and it'll basically lower right to the end part of the mission. Okay, so from here, you can just stand back and take out the rest of the banished from with the mangler. There's a bunch of fusion coils there, as you just saw. You can take most of them out that way. Finish them off with the mangler. I would reserve the pulse carbine if you can. And that's the end of the mission right there. You've got a couple of more enemies left. They're just grunts. You can easily take these guys out. No problem at all. Take cover if they lower your shields. This guy's being stubborn. And just stuck down under here. And that is the end of the mission. Yes! We did it! Okay, so that is Warship G'Braaken, I think. On Legendary with no saves and no deaths. I hope you found these tips useful. I hope they help you get through your own Legendary mission and your own Legendary goals. And I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it benefited you. And if you did, I hope you consider subscribing for more great content right here on MythicTyrant.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's great to be back once again. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you found these tips helpful. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the walkthrough as well. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll catch you all right back here next time. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.